Hello. 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 Oh.
Got
Hello. Man, that frame rate when you just sat down.
It's the scenes.
Yeah.
It's the difference between the vertical and just the regular scenes, and I get them mixed up. But again, I kind of the screen tree thing is like an add-on thing, and so is the vertical.
Yeah.
So I think they get a little mixed up. But I was fine before I did the whole thing with my computer like 2 weeks ago with the KVM. So I don't know what happened. I don't know how. Maybe
Might have just reset something.
So, yeah, I don't know. But we're working now. So
Right.
I had to mute. I had the mic muted because I thought the mic was just my like Elgato.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But I guess it wasn't. So
Yeah.
now we're okay. I guess.
I did just have a thought about the camera. So if you guys that are watching are noticing any difference in the camera being better or whoa, look at that is like
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, that's crazy. I think it's the light.
Really?
When we first activated the camera source, the light was on, and now the light's still on. The light isn't normally on. I bet that the tech it's linked to the light level.
Probably.
Anyways,
Okay.
Welcome back to the Planet Film Network. Welcome back to another episode of PFN Live. As TJ said, I'll recap really quickly. We're going to be going through our, not necessarily a rigid list, just kind of going through the upcoming year of TV and movies. I'll say probably mostly movies, but we'll take a look at TV as well. Give you some of our thoughts, some of the stuff that we are really looking forward to, maybe kind of like a gross curiosity.
Yeah.
Probably, I'm sure there's quite a few. I'm looking at one coming out this weekend. But other than that, we're just going to go through some probably quick news, just some real light Thunderbolt stuff, some Daredevil Born Again kind of took over the internet this weekend. But before that, we're going to go through what we have been watching, playing, reading, everything like that. Just going first. I know I've talked about it the last 2 weeks, but I finished rewatching all of Daredevil. Goddamn, that show is like so good. It's crazy, absolutely insane how good that movie is.
Show.
That show, yeah. It feels like a 40-hour movie. Which, and man, I cannot say this enough. There is something about the 13 55-minute episodes that is just like the sweet spot to make TV. Like, it's not 6, it's not 8, it's not 9, it's not 26. 13 55-minute episodes was like the most satisfying binge watch I have done in such a long time. I felt like it really felt like movies. It just felt like you covered so much story that I would think back to something and I was like, man, that was so long ago. And I'm like, that was this season. That was the same season that we're watching right now. It's just so long. So I loved all of that. Just a really good show. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but the new show is kicking up in New York City. Getting into production again. But other than that, the only movie that I watched was Police Story. Starring and directed by Jackie Chan, which I had never seen. Have you seen that?
No, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either. I was lucky enough I was able to see it in theaters, which was insane.
Oh, is this part of the whole kind of Blu-ray? The new?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I was able to see it in theaters. Absolutely mind-blowingly insane movie. Like, just top to bottom. The stunts, everything that they were doing. Obviously, none of it would fly probably even in 1985 in this country. Definitely not in 2024 in this country. And definitely, probably not in 2024 in that country. I don't. It just is the kind of movie that just would not get made today. And it's just like, I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd, but to me, it's just 5 stars for just the sheer like lunacy and just like you think that John Wick's stunt choreography and stunts is like mind blowing for now. that back then is just crazy. I mean, just dozens and dozens of people flying through glass, smashing into buildings, taking real falls, crumpling on their necks to pretend to be dead, but they're just acting. Yeah. Jackie Chan jumping.
Is he like on a bus or something?
Yes, the bus chase is insanity. Like we're talking about like Mr. Bean level like antics, but like real. Like Jackie Chan actually jumping with an umbrella, hooking himself onto a bus and just going at 60 miles an hour trying to hold on. Jackie Chan straight up jumping 4 stories down I don't know how to describe it, but other than down this like waterfall of lights with active electricity on it 4 stories down in a mall, and getting all in one shot, jumping off the 4th story, sliding all the way down. The lights are exploding around him, and then he gets up and continues with the fight. Like, it is just mind-boggling stuff. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. But there's also some, like, it's like a very goofy, like, campy movie also, like, on top of that. But then it also is, like, a very, like, hard-boiled, like, crime story as well. So it's kind of, if you're not into, like, very out there, like, kind of tone, I think it's going to be a little jarring. It was a little jarring for me, but to me, the action made up for anything that I was, like, am I supposed to be, like, worried about this guy's life, or is it, like, he's like, oh, hello, no, it's this phone. Like, it's that same movie as well. But just really, really good. And the over the credits, I know this is, like, famous about the movie, but over the credits, or they play the credits over the stunt reel for the movie. So it's just, like, and you just forget that he directed the movie as well. Like, so it's Jackie Chan in character, but also, like, being in character, then snapping out of it and being like, okay, guys, we're gonna, like it's all, like, coming out of his brain, and it's just, it was insane. And it was, like, 100 minutes or something like that. Really, really good. And it looked fantastic. The 4K was, like, golden. But that's pretty much all I've been watching. I've been playing some GTA. I re-downloaded Arkham Knight, which is just my guilty pleasure, you know, to just play. So that's been really fun, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so I watched like 3 movies, I want to say, and a full season of television. So in the past week, I've watched Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife, and Resident Evil Retribution. Just quick, I'll say, I don't know, not that big of a fan, not great in my opinion, the movies. I think they get a little bit, they've gotten progressively worse, I'd say, with each movie. Although I will say, I think Extinction is my favorite, but I took a multiple month break between watching the first 2 and then the third one. So my memory isn't serving me the best. So I would have to imagine, even though I gave the first one 1 star, I'd have to imagine the first one was probably better than the third. But I can't really remember how what I thought of the first one. So, and I'm not gonna go back and watch it. So my rating is what it is, whatever. But not great. And then I have 1 more movie to go, and then I'm done. Or maybe I might watch the 2021 one they did, I think it was. Jeez. Welcome to Raccoon City. Where it's like completely new. Right, yeah, it's like completely new.
Was that Netflix?
I think it was, yes. I believe it was Netflix, because there's a series as well from 2022, I think.
That's definitely Netflix.
That I'm sure is Netflix, but I don't know about the movie.
Okay.
But I kind of want to check the movie out, because the movie, I think, actually follows the first game, whereas these movies do not do that at all.
Okay.
They're just kind of using the IP.
They just have nothing to do with it at all.
Yeah, they have the characters from the games, but there's no kind of, oh yeah, that was in that game. Like it doesn't at all. And then I've watched the season 2 of True Detective. Probably watched it in about 3 days, I want to say. And I told myself I was gonna, told myself I was gonna watch season 2 and season 3, because I've never seen either. Season 2, you know what, I'll say not as bad as I feel like people say it is. Now, is it good? It's debatable, I'd say. Taylor Kitsch, Not for me. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Not for me. I don't think the character they gave him to play is great either. Kind of a moody cop, former military man with PTSD, but then he's also like, he struggles, it seems like, kind of with his sexuality in some ways. It's a lot. Okay. And then Vince Vaughn, love Vince Vaughn. Dodgeball, awesome. Wedding Crashers, great movie. A little miscast to be playing this kind of, don't want to call him a gangster because he's not really a gangster, but he's a criminal. He owns a casino. And I think he has a lot of, he's great when he's funny. When they give him some little quick quips to, say like, oh, that, that was a good one. But when he's in the basement of a nightclub fist fighting this guy and he's beating the shit out of him, it's like, I don't really believe
What was that movie that he did? The Cell Block 99?
Yes.
Did you ever see that?
So I've never seen any of those. He did that. He did Dragged Across Concrete with Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Never seen those, so I don't know. But again, this particular role, I didn't love him. But again, when he's being funny, great. That works for me. Colin Farrell was great. Rachel McAdams was great.
That cast is crazy.
The cast is, it was a good, you'd think like you're putting all these pieces together, it's going to work. It just for the end, for me, there's a lot going on, and they kind of removed completely the supernatural aspect.
Yeah.
In season 2, and that's kind of a bummer. I don't know if they do what they do in season 3, but season 4 obviously has it, and season 1 obviously has it, and I think that's something that really made the show, especially season 1, unique and good. So unfortunately, not my favorite. I was hoping that I would watch it and I'd be like, you know what? I don't know what people are talking about. This is a really good season. I will agree with that, but it's not great. Hopefully season 3 is better, which I have heard it is. And I started back on Attack on Titan last night. Brandon's like, he's always telling me, Brandon's like, you gotta watch Attack on Titan. I'm like, I know. So I had stopped at episode. Yeah, I stopped at episode 26, and he's like, you get to episode 6 of season 2. He goes, that's it. That's the moment you're gonna be. Hooked. And I'm already in. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I'm already in. I told him, I don't think I've watched a single episode of filler yet in that show. But he was like, season 2, episode 6, like, you gotta like hop on Discord so I could see your reaction. Like that's what he's saying. I was like, okay. So we're almost there. I think we're 5 episodes from that. So I'm watching that show. Obviously True Detective season 4, episode 4 or episode 3 came out Sunday night. Which I don't know. I think you wanted to talk about, but I'm not sure. But I think that's it. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I still have yet to catch back up with True Detective, but
did you watch episode 1? I
watched episode 1. Okay. Yeah, I just have yet to catch up with 2 and now 3. But that's just because Daredevil has been consuming my life.
Right.
But now that that's over, I did also checked out a plethora of because I had lost my wallet in previous weeks, and so I was building my wallet back up again with a new wallet.
Yeah.
And so part of that was I had to go to the library and get a new library card.
Yeah.
Which they let me pick which one, which was very cool.
What?
There's like different designs.
I didn't know that.
So I got this cool one that's like anti-book burning. That's like it's all this redacted text and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was like, I'll take that one.
Huh.
It's pretty cool. But so because of that, I went to, and I knew that my home library was open, and I was trying to kill time, so I went to my second closest library to get the new card. So I looked at all their movies because I knew that last week on the show, what I did, I knew that Past Lives was waiting for me at my library.
Yeah.
So I went to a different library first because I had more than enough time to hit both of them. So I got like 5 movies from the first library, and then I went and I got Past Lives, and then a good amount from another one. David Lynch's Elephant Man. I've never seen that. So I got that on Criterion there, which I was like surprised that they even had Criterion because my home library normally does not have Criterions or anything like that. Yeah. But so I got all of those, which I will be watching soon now that I'm done with Daredevil. But another thing I'll get back into is True Detective. But I'm hearing all of a sudden, episode 3, I'm hearing that some people are going, it might be kind of falling off.
I'm not going to say that. Will I say that I was kind of bored during episode 3? I will say that. But the last 10 minutes, I say, kind of pulled me back,
Mm-hmm.
where they kind of do a supernatural thing.
It's like a 50-minute episode?
Yeah, they're like 50 minutes. Yeah, so I will say the last 10 minutes, I was like, oh, you got me back. Like, you're bringing the supernatural.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
You got me. So I'm definitely excited to see what happens. Again, can they stick the landing? I don't know. Again, this is another... I feel like there's a lot going. I'm finding it kind of hard to keep track of all the names. In all honesty,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my best. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still interested. I'll say. I'm not gonna say it's like. I still don't think it's probably not better than season 1.
Yeah.
I think it's better than season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to watch season 3, so I'll let you know about that one. But I will say I'm still interested. I don't get like all the, because I've seen like criticisms like you. On Twitter that it's like terrible. It's like the worst season. Like I was like, I don't know about that. I don't get that, but
I've also seen the because obviously light spoilers, not even really. It's in the trailers, really, if you're looking for it. And we talked actually a little bit about this last week, but there are some loose-ish, maybe not so loose connections to season 1, like straight up last names of characters, companies, kind of in a Black Mirror kind of that looseness where it's like, wait, wasn't that company the construction company in season 1 or something? And I've seen people not even talking about the show itself, just kind of, not necessarily hating, but kind of like dogging on the show a little bit. Just being like, oh, that's always a great sign is when an anthology series, when an anthology tries to connect to itself. That's always a great sign. And I'm like, you haven't even watched the show, or like you don't even really know how deep it's gonna go, or if it even is, or if they do it and it's great.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
Yeah, just gonna stay like surface level.
I think it's fine saying surface. Like, okay, they're all in the same world. Okay, fine. It doesn't. I don't think it needs to go any deeper than that. I don't even know like where you go. Like, where do you even go with that?
Considering, what are you gonna even do? Like, bring back McConaughey and Harrelson and be like, they're back. It's a different year where it's an in between call. Like,
oh, there's Rachel McAdams. She's still in where'd she go? Venezuela.
And he goes, this wouldn't be a true detective without me, Mahershala Ali. That's gonna be the finale.
Yeah.
You're part of a bigger detective verse. You just don't know it yet.
I think you should definitely obviously try to keep push through, but if you don't, if you find yourself saying, you know what, it's just not for me this season, I still think you should really check out season 1 because it's definitely obviously the best one. Yeah,
season 1 is like very, very good. Like I said, I rewatched that a couple months ago.
Wait, you did rewatch it? I thought you said you hadn't seen it.
No, yeah, I've seen it.
Oh,
the only one that I haven't seen is season 3. That's the only one I haven't seen.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have and even that I've seen episodes into it, and then I just kind of trailed off. But yeah, season 1 was the one that I just rewatched in November or October or something.
So that one, I feel like
that was really good.
Because I could have sworn it was like a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, you gotta watch season 1. Yeah. Maybe that must have been like months ago that I said, damn.
It probably
I guess time really was flying by. Jeez.
But what's it called? Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna get caught up, like I said, now that I have more time. But yeah, I hope it hooks me. I hope it does. I want to talk a little bit about a little movie called The Thunderbolts. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have, yes.
So there are some people out there, they would tell you MCU in shambles. They would tell you MCU dead. They would tell you go woke, go broke. They would tell you that Steven Yeun and Ayo Edebiri are fleeing the sinking ship. And that this movie is not a real movie, or that this movie is not going to get made.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on all this stuff? I think it boils down to a simple matter of there were 2 humongous, massive strikes for almost 6 months. Don't know if you guys remember. And yet all those projects that were all scheduled during that 6 months, they are now filming now. And the projects that were supposed to film now still have to film now. So it's like, I don't understand how anyone in the wake of these strikes can look at scheduling issues. And obviously we know that scheduling conflicts has been a kind of scapegoat excuse in the past. But I don't really particularly think that this is anything more than actual... And people saying, oh, well, Steven Yeun dropped out of Thunderbolts, but then he signed on for Lee Isaac Chung's next movie.
Yeah.
He was already going to do Lee Isaac Chung's next movie. It was going to film at the same time as Thunderbolts. It's not that he left Thunderbolts and went, man, I got all this free time. What am I going to sign up for? Like, these deals are done how many months in advance? Ayo Edebiri, the shoot was going to run into The Bear season 3, so she can't shoot it. Mm-hmm. Like, I just think it's crazy to me the fervor that people are in about like how this movie is a sinking ship, and that people are fleeing Marvel, and that Marvel can't hold on to talent anymore. What are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, I don't. The whole kind of fleeing the sink. I mean, let's be straight here. Marvel has been in a better position before than what they are right now.
For sure.
They got to hit on these next two, few big things with Fantastic Four and Daredevil, or, I don't know what's going to happen after that. But I think like you're right. Like, obviously there's two, scheduling conflicts. AO's kind of, and I think that was a good point on today on Snyder brought up, or maybe it was Broker or whatever. There was like, well, she just won the Emmy.
Yeah.
And, she's going to this role, which I guess has been described as Julia Louis-Dreyfus's like assistant, kind of in the movie. It's like, well, I'm probably bigger than that, at this point in my career. So why don't I, have somebody else do that, and I'll go do another season of The Bear, and then maybe another bigger role will come for me. So that makes sense. If that is indeed the case, Steven Yeun, that there was that thing where it was like, oh, it was a personal thing, but then it was scheduling conflicts, and then I forget who took over for the Sentry role. What's his name again?
It's Lewis Pullman.
Right.
Bob from
Which,
Top Gun.
again, to me, I'm not familiar with that character whatsoever. I don't know if you are. Are they...
Now I am. I mean, okay. I haven't read anything about them, but I've watched... Now, at this point, I've watched how many people describe it, and, comic explained on him and stuff. But, I mean, I think that Lewis Pullman can be a good choice, because the whole idea is that it's kind of like a... What if instead of a monster, what if Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was Superman?
Okay.
So that's kind of a good way to put it. It's like he's this schlubby kind of, not even schlubby, just a regular guy named Bob Reynolds, who then has this split personality thing where he then becomes the Sentry, and then the Sentry, it's maybe kind of even like a Moon Knight thing, but less in your mind and more actual like transformation. And then the Sentry has this alternate form called the Void, which is like an evil version of himself that like he has to like struggle to like keep at bay kind of thing. And so the report, the rumor, whatever you want to say for the longest time, is that Sentry is going to be the villain in the Thunderbolts, because it'll be that his other personality takes over, and it's about the team trying to fix him, basically trying to get rid of it. So I think that Lewis Pullman can pull off that kind of like regular guy. Obviously, he played a guy named Bob in Top Gun.
Yeah, I will say, like, I think if he is indeed the villain, I think getting him to play Sentry makes more sense, because in my head it's like Sentry again. If you're casting like a Steven Yeun, it's like, oh, he's gonna be there for multiple movies, but if it's a villain for a one-off, I can kind of see that more as like a, Steven Yeun leaves, so it's like, oh, we can fill in with, this guy. No offense to him, but it's like he's not the biggest name actor in the world. Yeah,
and also a lot of the creative team, a lot of the current creative team in place for Thunderbolts came from the show Beef with Steven Yeun.
Oh, okay.
And so I could definitely see it being like hey, this is kind of a one-off Marvel thing, but like we're all going over there. Like, why don't you come with us? And there's this role Sentry that hasn't been cast yet. All the other kind of major characters in this movie are pre-existing MCU characters. This one's kind of the one where you can really kind of make a stamp on it.
Yeah.
But then, similar to Ayo Edebiri, maybe Steven Yeun goes, hey, if I'm going to do the Marvel thing, I want to keep my cards open for maybe a bigger fish in the future. Right. You know what I mean? Like maybe even Steven Yeun goes, you know, a one-off character is maybe a little too small. You know what I mean? I want to stick around. Maybe I'll get an X-Men role. Maybe Steven Yeun is Scott Summers or something. You know what I mean? Something that has a lot of longevity in it.
Yeah.
But I just think I don't know. I just think that there's so much like noise out there on the internet about
noise on the internet.
I know, it's
crazy.
It's unheard of. Let's pivot to a little bit of positive noise. Did you see all this Daredevil stuff, all this Daredevil love going on this weekend?
About people like literally like standing. You'd think that, I don't know if they're like standing literally in front of like what its context is. People standing literally like in front of the camera watching these three characters walk down the street. I'm loving everything I'm seeing so far. Yeah. And I hope the show's good.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I am preparing myself to know that this show is probably not going to be as good as the Netflix one out the gate, just because whether it's Jeff Snyder, whether it's The Wrap, whether it's Hollywood Reporter, whether it's Variety, whoever, and then the people online, they go, I even tweeted about this. What is it? Like, Deborah Ann Wool and Eldon Henson are reportedly only in 3 episodes of Daredevil Born Again. Mm-hmm. Every single person that has reported on this show has said of the 9 episodes that they filmed, 6 they're keeping as is with some editing tweaks and stuff, and that they're shooting a new pilot and a new 2 final episodes. Those are the 3 episodes that all the new people are in because they weren't in the episodes they already filmed. So everybody, even with Daredevil, it's like people are going, they better be in more than 3 episodes. It's like,
I heard somebody, like, I think I saw somebody was like, well, they already shot like the majority of the show and they're reshooting the pilot. It's like, so does that mean they die in like the first episode?
See, I don't quite think so. I think what it is just they're going to rewrite it where it's like they are 100% there. Mm-hmm. And then Matt's like, I gotta go deal with this thing. You guys stay at the office and stay safe. Mm-hmm. And then there's 6 episodes of the show that they filmed without those characters. But but maybe now you have a new scene where it's him on the phone with someone. Yeah. Him texting, hey, Foggy, I'm all right. Like, you know, I don't know. But and then the final 2 episodes of the show, they're going to be back in it. That's the way that I took it. It's, hey, we're going to keep the core of what we had, but we're going to make sure that people know that everybody's still around. Yeah. And then we're going to change the finale because we want to use those characters now. But the core of it, we shot all those episodes. They still work for what we want to do. We're not going to reshoot 6 episodes when what we have already looks great. Right. And then that'll be in 9 episodes for the first part of the season. And then I think the second part of the season, which has not been shot yet, I think then you're going to see Karen and Foggy in all 9 episodes. It's just because they're keeping so much of what they filmed without them. They're not going to be able to, you know, put them in and just edit them in an episode that it doesn't make sense to be in. So I only say that I don't think it will be as good this first 9 episodes because I think it's going to have a little bit of that echo editing stuff where it's like you're kind of trying to fit like 2 round pegs in a rectangle hole. You know what I mean? It's like it's going to fit, it's going to look good, but like you can't deny the fact that it's a retrofit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But then I think the next 9 episodes that are a total clean slate, I think will be.
I was just about to ask that. I was like, wasn't this originally 18, but they're splitting it up in 2 seasons?
Yeah, that's what again, that's what Jeff Snyder from the Insider, that's what Variety has been saying, is that, and that's what other people that don't read into this stuff, they're like, oh, Daredevil Born Again is now reportedly shorter than 18 episodes. It's like, yeah, it's shorter because it's like the first season part A and then the first season part B. It's like contract stuff. You know what I mean? It's the same reason that people go, well, at this rate, I think by next week they're going to announce that it's just Daredevil season 4. And it's like, you can't just, Netflix would own Daredevil season 4. Yeah. It's like you have to rebrand and restructure the show. Otherwise, you're just building off of something that you didn't own at the time. So it's like there's all this legal stuff that keeps her from doing that. But man, I am so thrilled to see all that on-set stuff. And then also just too, you're seeing like some of the villain stuff. There was a shot of the character, the White Tiger, like robbing a convenience store or something. I didn't see that. Yeah, and it was like a hoodie. And again, people go, "What's that suit?" And it's like, see Daredevil season 1 suit, a black beanie and a sweater, like. But yeah, I mean, it looks really, really good, and after Echo, I'm excited to see where it's going. But overall, I'm just loving the like roarous enthusiasm for having Daredevil back and having it all go again and stuff. And then there was even an update today saying that we had known for I think 2 years at this point, because that show is announced so long ago. But the animated Spider-Man show,
freshman year,
well, now I guess it's called Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I guess they changed it. But
that was a while ago.
They announced like 2 years ago that Charlie Cox would be in it as Daredevil. But then today all the trades said that he'll be in it for like multiple episodes. Like it's like a very big role in that like show.
Is it
I think it's
written? Is it being written? Is it being animated?
I really don't know. I mean, they announced that show with like so much art and stuff. Yeah. Like
I remember it looked really good. Yeah, it looked really cool.
No, more than 2 years ago. It was 2021. So it was almost probably 3 years ago. It was probably summer 2021. No idea when
Is Marvel the new Lucasfilm?
Exactly, yeah. We still got, don't forget we got Agatha too.
Oh, yeah. I pray any of these things are good.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, I have a lot of confidence in Daredevil. I think that just having the actors is honestly going to go like a really long way. Because it's like you're not introducing anybody. You're like this thing you love, it's back. You know what I mean? Like with WandaVision, you're like these two characters that you love that like have been, they even say themselves in Infinity War, that have been kind of like stealing moments in these movies. Like here it is. Here's their time to shine. If you're a Wanda or a Vision fan, this show's for you. This is like, have you been super psyched to see Daredevil 3 times in the past 3 years? Well, guess what? He's not just going to be in it for 1 episode or 5 minutes in Spider-Man. This is his property now. Yeah. Like, you know, it's like no longer Bridesmaid, now the bride of, you know, his own show. And you're bringing back all of these other characters that people love so much. Yeah. Punisher's reportedly going to be in it too. So
I gotta watch that show still. Yeah, what's your thought? This might be what next thing you maybe are going to go to, MCU related. What is your thought on them bringing back reportedly Iron Fist?
I would. So last week on the show, I said, I think once we finish season 2, I think we're going to go to the Defenders and then go to season 3. We watched half the first episode of Defenders, and I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I cannot do this. I think that bringing them both, I think first of all, I think there's merit to bringing back Finn Jones as Danny Rand. I think that in better hands, in whatever, I think that would work. I also think that it's undeniable that Jessica Henwick as Colleen Wing was like she was the side character that people wanted the 3rd season that never happened to just be about. Like, so I think if you go, Danny's off in Kunlun training new people. He's got a family now, so he's off there. But here in New York, Colleen is the Iron Fist. I think that would be pretty awesome. Okay. I think that would be pretty awesome. But again, like I said, if they want to say that Finn Jones is still there, that he's popping up, that if he's going to be in the show and then maybe like they transition to her being it, whether that's him dying or retiring or whatever, I think I would be down for that. And like I said, I wouldn't be like, what the hell, if like they were just like Finn Jones is back for a new show of Iron Fist. That being said, I think that you would be getting a new Punisher show before an Iron Fist show with him as the lead. You'd be getting a new Jessica Jones show before getting him as the lead. You'd be getting a new Luke Cage show before getting him as the lead. I think that like the only way that Iron Fist would be the next property that they're bringing back from Netflix is if Jessica Henwick was the lead. I don't think that it would be last on the order to bring back if he was the lead.
Yeah.
Just because, for better or for worse, I mean, look at Terrence Howard, look at, oh my God, Edward Norton. Kevin Feige knows when he's got the guy that he wants, and he knows when he doesn't have the guy that he wants. And I think that, like, it doesn't take a brilliant scientist to look at Finn Jones and be like, I don't think that guy resonated with fans. So I think it'll be fine. But that being said, more Iron Fist stuff I would be totally down for. Or even if you wanted to have it be Finn Jones and go, we're doing a Heroes for Hire show, and it's Luke Cage and Finn Jones teaming up with Mike Coulter and Finn Jones back, I think that's great. I think that the best chemistry that Finn Jones had was with Luke Cage. So I think you got, like, options. You know what I mean? Maybe you do Heroes for Hire, and that's where Danny Rand goes. And then on the Iron Fist show, it's Jessica Henwick. So I think you could do a lot of stuff. That being said,
is I think right now we got bigger fish to fry.
100%. Yeah, I don't think we need to be worrying about Iron Fist. I mean, Jeff Snyder's today on the Hot Mic podcast put it really well, where he's just like, about Thunderbolts, I'm looking forward to it, but he's like, another, like, middling kind of movie is not like what, like, they just need to, like, come up for air, you know what I mean? And I just feel like a lot of these projects are just, like, dragging them down. But let's transition here. I think a project like, jumping way far ahead, because it is one of the things I want to talk about, it's one of the biggest movies of next year, and let's just talk about it first. First thing on our most anticipated, July 26th, Deadpool 3. I think that is a movie, and director Matthew Vaughn of a couple of the X-Men movies said today, he was like, I think that movie is going to drag Marvel out of the kind of slump that they're in, and I think that he said that he thinks that single-handedly Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are going to revive the MCU.
Wow. Does he know something we don't, or...
I mean, probably. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, probably. It's Matthew Vaughn, so he probably does. But that being said, where are you at with this movie?
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for maybe the idea.
It's the only proper MCU movie that we're getting this whole year.
Yeah. I'm excited, I guess, for a break, too. But I'm excited at the idea of, obviously, you know, Hugh Jackman making a return. Same with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. And... what it maybe means for, hopefully, maybe, you know, it does a little bit more cleanup in the multiverse aisle. Kind of what Loki kind of did, I guess, in a way.
I was just going to say, Tom Wamsgams as a TVA agent.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that as well. And there was something else I was going to say. What the hell was it? I don't know, but I'm really excited. Oh, and I'm just excited. Honestly, at maybe the prospect of a trailer in the Super Bowl, possibly, or a teaser trailer. But yeah, I don't really think, we don't really know what it's about. We've seen, like, you know, them fighting in that, whatever that desert or whatever looked like, with the Fox logo in the background and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously it has to do something with them, all the other universes. So maybe we can have a really good movie and a really kind of satisfying cleanup not conclusion, but kind of, we can center the focus on the multiverse on one kind of thing, maybe, hopefully. Or it can end up being way more confusing.
Well, it could definitely be that. I think that's 100% for sure. No, yeah, I think for me, I am really, really looking forward to it. And I know it's kind of unfair to put all this on one movie, but just with the hope that it can kind of make sense of things. And I think that it sent a strong message when they went, hey, we're backing everything we have, aside from shows, obviously. We're backing everything that we have off of 2024. And the one thing that we know is going to hit is Deadpool 3. And that's the one that we're gonna confidently put our foot forward with that. Stick to the new date. Stick to that January date, the Barbenheimer date as well. That can't be understated. Obviously, we now know that weekend in late July has kind of now become, even though that's always where Nolan puts his movies, is the end of July, but we now know that weekend, that late in the summer, is capable of driving billions of dollars in ticket sales. Not saying that Deadpool 3 is going to make $1 billion, but it could. You never know. I think having Hugh Jackman back, I think having a lot of the X-Men back, I think there's a lot of X-Men fans that will show up to this. I mean, that's another thing. You can't underestimate the fact that this movie is a merging of two fan bases that, sure, there's always been huge crossover, but there are X-Men fans that have not been seeing the Marvel movies that will show up to this movie. You know what I mean? So it's like you get a good amount of the X-Men fans, you get a good amount of the MCU fans together, and that is a bigger audience than something for, say, like, let's say the Marvels. You know what I mean? That is without a doubt a bigger audience. So I'm excited to see. Very excited to see. All right, why don't you pick one?
Pick a movie?
Pick anything.
Oh boy. My God.
How are you feeling about Argyle?
Out of February?
Anything. Wherever you want to go.
There's so many.
What about Argyle? Are you excited to find out who the real Agent Argyle is?
I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. I will say we didn't fully transition to this topic. That's why I was confused.
We can transition to it.
So now we're going to be talking about what we're most looking forward to of this year, 2024, all the movies and TV. So do we want to do movies first and then we'll do TV? Or
Sure.
Okay. So I'll go with Argyle and then you can go and then I'll go. But we'll go back and forth. I guess I'll go. You know what? I'm not going to say Argyle. That won't be mine. But I will say I am intrigued by it. I think I'm going to check it out. I don't know if it's going to be in the theater or if it's going to be at home.
What studio is that?
It is Universal.
Oh.
Yeah,
yes,
it says it right there.
It's right
I'm not going to say, like, I think Matthew Vaughn is kind of hit and miss for me from what I recall. But I still am kind of interested on, like, how this whole movie's going to, like, work,
Yeah.
Kind of the whole,
Well,
like,
who do you
we're
think
writing
the real
out.
Agent Argyle is?
I'm not going to say the cat.
It's time to meet the real Agent. Sam Jackson always gets the best
I
lines.
feel like it's like, are we sure it's not like Sam Rockwell?
Man, I hate you for saying that. I have been at work going crazy with people telling me it's going to be like Henry Cavill with a different haircut. Or it's going to be like
maybe.
Jason Momoa or something.
Yeah.
It's going to be Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
That has been my theory since the beginning. The whole first part of the trailer, he's got this big hobo look and beard and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the whole rest of the trailer, he's this clean-shaven super spy. And I think just watching the trailer, it's like they go there and then Sam Rockwell's not in the scene. She's talking to Sam Jackson, and then Sam Jackson goes, "It's time to meet the real Agent Argyle." I think it's just going to be like he's going to shave and take off the wig or whatever, and then he's going to be like a super spy. I think it's 100% going to be Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are like expecting it to be this huge stunt casting. They don't do that anymore where like they don't put someone like that in the trailer. You know what I mean? Especially this close to the release. We would know.
What I will say is
oh man.
could maybe be the cat. That's possible. I'm just kidding. It's not going to be the cat.
Maybe.
There
you go, Pepper.
Oh, Paprika re-release. Okay.
There you
go. Let's see. We're going through February.
We're just scrolling through and then we'll just stop. So far, nothing
that's catching my eye that I have ever heard of. Peppa's Cinema Party.
Whoa.
I'm assuming that's Peppa Pig.
Hopefully.
I don't actually know. That might not be.
Bob
okay.
Marley,
Let's stop
One
here.
Love.
Madam Web or Bob Marley? Either of those kind of jumping out to you?
I
think I know the idea of Madam Web. But what about Bob Marley?
Man, I still haven't even seen Wonka. I still haven't even seen Aquaman.
Yeah, neither have I.
I'm not going to see Bob Marley One Love.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
That being said, it's not because I don't like Bob Marley. It's not because I don't like Gravik, aka Kingsley Benadir.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a great actor. I'm going to Madam Web day one.
Okay.
Not even a question. That is the, no pun intended, the morbid Morbius curiosity of this year. That is just like, what the hell is this going to be? That I am so dying to see it. Am I gonna be like, I gotta see this in IMAX? Absolutely not. Am I gonna be, oh my god, I gotta get out the very first opening night? Probably not. But I definitely want to make time to see it because it's a Sony movie, so it's not. If there's one thing you can count on with Sony movies, it's that you can wait, 2 years before it hits a streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do not. They are the studio that does not touch streaming with a 10-foot pole. So I'm gonna catch it in the theaters because honestly I have to. And I just gotta see what the hell brainchild is this movie going to be. I mean, I just don't even.
What if it turns out to be like awesome?
I would love that. I would love nothing more than to come out of Madam Web and be like, no, you have to go see this. I might even think that even if it's bad, it might be one of the movies that you're like, you have to go see this. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I'm kind of with you. I'm not just Bob Marley in general. I'm not a Bob Marley fan.
And just
no real connection.
The trailer, if the trailer had hit and was like, whoa, I had no idea about any of this. I gotta go see this. I've seen that trailer probably 10 times. And every time I'm just like, it's him before a concert thinking back on his life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not selling it for me.
Madam Web, I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to go see opening night. I don't even know. I'm not going to guarantee I will go see it in the theaters. But then again, like you said, like I kind of get stuck with it's not going to come to streaming for however long, and I don't really feel like paying for
library,
it.
Though.
There is that's what's in my head.
That's like a 3-ish month wait.
Yeah,
That's
it depends too, because like something like I told you with Past Lives, I was like, they got that really fast. I thought, in my opinion. So I don't know, but we will see about that.
It got me too confident. I was in the library, and I was looking up Anatomy of a Fallen, Zone of Interest, and I was like, those are still in theaters. I was like, there's no way they're
Zone of Interest. I was thinking of seeing maybe in the next few days. I don't know yet. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Does that interest you whatsoever?
Good.
No? Okay.
Chosen, get out of here.
We got Dune. There we go. No, that's not the Dune I was thinking of.
No, that's
what Dune is this?
That's the David Lynch. That's the 40th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Of David Lynch's Dune.
Yeah, no, thank you.
All right. Let's stop here.
Okay.
2 things here. Drive Away Dolls. First of all, in the Thunderbolt story that we didn't talk about, I'll just come right out and say it. For the better part of 5 years now, I think the unrequited love of my life has been Geraldine Neva Swan. What is it? Geraldine. I just was practicing her name in my mind. Her. That is replacing Ayo Edebiri. That is starring. Can you click on Drive Away Dolls so I can get her name, because I literally just had it in my mind and then my brain just twisted it all around. All right.
I was gonna say the cast.
Cast and crew. There we go. Geraldine Viswanathan. That's what it is. Duh. She is fantastic in literally everything that she is in, and I am super excited. And I like Margaret Qualley too. I do. I like her. I like that show The Maid that she did on Netflix. I thought she was really good in that. But these two together and this trailer and Beanie Feldstein and like Pedro Pascal and Matt Damon, all the kind of cameos that seem to be in this, Coleman Domingo as seemingly the villain. I just, every time I see this trailer, I get super, super excited. And like I said, I will see anything that Geraldine is in. I just think that she is so hilarious. I just love seeing anything that she's in. All right. Other thing. I am actually... So I don't know if you know this, but my roommate, Brianna, who you know, do you know what her favorite movie of all time is?
Tenet. I think you've said that before, yeah.
Which is being re-released on February 23rd, and her birthday is February 22nd.
Oh, look at that.
So for her birthday, for the first time ever, even though all my friends at work, they go up and they do this crazy shit for like half these re-releases, I was like, I'm never going to do that. I got tickets to 70mm IMAX print film in Toronto.
Really?
And we're going to drive up for her birthday because it's her favorite movie.
Wow.
And I've never seen anything in 70mm.
I didn't even know they had that in Toronto. I mean, I guess that's the closest place.
It was very precarious to get them because
Really?
when Jeff first announced it on the hot, or no, it wasn't even the hot mic. It was on Christian Harloff's Big Thing. It was on a different show. But when Jeff Snyder first broke the news that Tenet was getting a re-release, I was like, man, if it was in 70 millimeter, that would be cool. Not like really thinking that I would, but then I was like, it's the day after her birthday. And then when the tickets went on sale, I checked all the Toronto theaters, because there's 2 that are capable of 70 millimeter. Only one, the Vaughan Cineplex, which I'll say because it's in another country. It has nothing to do with where I live. But the Vaughan Cineplex had it, but it didn't populate right away when it said tickets went on sale. No. So I was like, is this only like LA and New York? I was like, what is this re-release going to be? But then like about 12 hours later, within 12 hours, every single place had it up. But yeah, this, I even thought when it said 70 millimeter, I thought it was 70 millimeter laser projection, which would have been also awesome.
Yeah.
Just seeing it in 70 millimeter, but it is the 70 millimeter film prints from 2020.
Oh, wow.
Like the original prints that they pulled back out of storage and shipped out all across the world. So I'm going to see that.
That's sick.
Opening day in 70 millimeter,
Damn.
which is like, I am super pumped for, because like I said, I've seen Tenet. She watches Tenet all the time, so I've more like, it's just been on like frequently.
Yeah.
So like I know like, oh, Neil, you know, it's the beginning of the end. Oh, you know, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I get all Michael Caine. I get it. But I am like super excited to see this because I've never seen it in a theater. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited to see this in a theater and quite literally in the biggest format possible. So I am excited for that.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just... So for me...
and it's also, if you want a more modest experience, it is playing where I exist.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
For a whole week.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out in theaters. I've never seen it.
You've never seen it at all?
No, I've never seen it at all.
I'd say it's definitely worth going over.
I think it was one of those things where it's like, oh, we're really getting... He's really pushing us to go see Tenet.
Yeah.
In the theaters.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, maybe his worst. I feel like some people were saying. So that's why I was like, meh.
I feel like it gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
I recently capped off all of his filmography, as you know. Mm-hmm. For a while, Insomnia was the last one that I needed, which I had to hunt down the disc for it, which is now streaming on Paramount Plus, so that's great.
There you go.
But it's hard for me to say that it's his weakest movie because I loved Insomnia so much, but also I would say it's definitely his weakest big budget, like huge movie. But then again, also, I haven't seen Dunkirk since it came out.
Yeah.
So maybe, whatever. I think a lot hangs for me in this. But like I was saying, I am extremely excited to just let Tenet wash over me.
Right.
And, like, really experience it, like, how it's supposed to be experienced. And also maybe I'll be able to hear it in that theater.
That too.
Maybe.
Following week, we have Dune Part 2 Special Engagement.
Yeah, that's the fan event.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when it comes out. Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
What else can you say?
I don't know what to say. I am so hyped for this movie, it's not even funny. I so hope that it sticks.
People are saying it's, for what the word on the street is, it is better than the first. Now, I think
that's what Denis Villeneuve, he's been screaming it from the rooftops.
I don't want to say it's mixed reactions to the first one. I really love the first one. I know some people maybe thought it was boring, too long, that kind of stuff.
I think a lot of those movies that came out in COVID and when I say in COVID, I'm talking about movies like Dune and Tenet that were 2021, like summer 2021, like, why are you even opening a movie type thing? You know what I mean? Both these movies came out before Wonder Woman 1984. That should tell you how desperate things were. Also, all 3 of those movies that I just mentioned all went to HBO Max the same day. Tenet, Dune, and Wonder Woman 1984. Really yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It's crazy. I luckily was, because of course where I worked at the time was open. So I saw Dune in a theater, which I'm very happy that I did.
See it in IMAX?
No, I did not. But
it's good in IMAX.
I think a lot of the people that saw it just didn't give it the time of day, but I just think that that's kind of all wrapped up in it. Yeah. Is like it didn't get this huge, everyone in the world seeing it at the same time, like the second part is going to. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you
It
what.
just didn't have the same chance.
When I went to go see it, that theater was packed. Mm-hmm. It was a packed IMAX theater.
It was.
So I definitely expect like a lot of people to come out for this one. Again, there was kind of reports that these websites are crashing. See, when I hear that though, I'm always like, we've been through this, okay? We've been through this when we worked together.
And I gotta be honest though, when was the last time you even heard that though?
Right,
when I saw that, I was surprised.
My thing is always like, AMC always does this. They always crash, and then, we would always get the phone calls. Whoa, I can't buy a ticket. I remember Endgame. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
When, you walk into work, and there's, like, a line out the door because nobody can buy them online. But then AMC always does this thing where it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do? Make sure to prevent it doesn't happen next time.
Yeah.
It's like nothing.
Nothing at all.
I find
right
it hard.
After Endgame, Rise of Skywalker.
Right, I would be hard pressed to believe that the demand for Dune Part 2 was bigger than Endgame or No Way Home or Rise of Skywalker or any of those.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I don't really know what to make of. Oh, it crashed these websites.
Yeah. You know what I do believe though is, I think whatever you want to call it, the bandwidth, the traffic, whatever you want to say, I think that they have been able to kind of contract the bandwidth of all their websites just because the want hasn't been there to buy movie tickets in that capacity. So I could actually see it happening only because it's like a 2019 movie demand just hit in 2024. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like I don't think they were fully expecting that. But yeah, every time it's like, what are we going to do to fix this? The answer is nothing.
So I think moving on from there, I don't think any of these interest you.
Definitely
not me.
No. Okay, I gotta say, did you see the trailer for Ricky Stenicki?
I think I saw a little bit of it.
I was losing it for the trailer for Ricky Stenicki. There's a couple of great trailers this week.
Not
Ricky
going to
Stenicki,
theaters though, going straight
to Amazon. Yeah. Yep. There was a huge news story about that this week with Doug Lyman. Did you see that with Doug Lyman with Roadhouse? Yeah. Uh-huh. That's crazy. I'm sure we'll talk about that when we get to Roadhouse. But yeah, I'll just say quickly, we can keep scrolling. I loved that trailer. I thought it was a great 2010s throwback to Zac Efron being the lead. But what does it look like when Zac Efron's the lead at 38 instead of 28?
Yeah.
I thought it looked great. And I really love, what's his name? Andrew Santino, the redhead with the beard. I think he's fantastic. And then William H. Macy being in there as like the kind of like, I feel like that role like 15 years ago would have been like an Alan Arkin type where it's just like he's like the old boss that's wrapped up in this somehow. Looks really, really funny.
Kung Fu Panda 4?
Kung Fu Panda
March
4?
8th? I think I've seen one of them.
I'm not a big Kung Fu Panda guy, but that being said, I mean, you can't argue because it says Universal there, but it's DreamWorks, right? It's DreamWorks within Universal.
So. Yeah.
I can't argue with a freaking DreamWorks movie, let alone a DreamWorks sequel. I mean, DreamWorks sequels are like, those things get nominated for Oscars. Like, you know what I mean? So I think it's possible. Yeah, this movie, Imaginary, not really that looking forward to it. It's a haunted bear.
Right.
Like, Love Lies Bleeding. Oh, that's a limited. We'll get to it in a second.
Next, let's see. Oh boy, wow, a lot of weeks of like. Not much.
It's because it's all the Fathom.
Although this is March, I see this is.
And this is all post Dune.
Right.
Nothing's coming out in the wake of
Dune.
Arthur the King. No love for the Mark Wahlberg Simu Liu dog movie.
This is one I would check out on theater, not in theaters, on streaming.
Well, you have a dog. Yeah, you're a dog guy too.
Yeah.
It's the same dog from 300 miles ago.
Did you see this trailer?
Hey, little
The American Society of Magical Negroes?
I did. Is that Justice Smith?
Yes.
I love Justice Smith. So maybe on rental or not rental, maybe streaming, maybe library. I mean I love Justice Smith. I think that guy's got a real, honestly, I'm going to say this right now. Justice Smith would have been a great Sentry.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to say that. I think he would do a great kind of like Bob Reynolds regular guy, like what the hell's going on? Kind of like in Detective Pikachu. He was really good in Detective Pikachu. And then I think Justice Smith, I think Justice Smith I think if he got into that superhero shape, I think he could be the Superman part of it too. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Then brings us to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Where are you at with this?
I haven't seen the most recent trailer that came out yesterday. I heard it's good.
I heard it's good. I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm like so out on this franchise.
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't a big Afterlife fan.
Is it even a franchise?
I don't know.
Like, I just mean, like, should it be? No is probably the
answer. Yeah.
Like,
I mean...
Like, it was a funny comedy.
Yeah.
And now we're on the 5th movie? Like...
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess if you count...
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, if you count the remake.
But that being said, the first trailer, I do at least think there's merit in they went... We can't do another, like, Spirit. Right. We're gonna do the ice thing and make it like this, like, frozen hell dimension. Yeah. That's cool that at least they're, like, switching it up like that.
You gonna rewatch Luca?
No, I think we're good.
No? Okay. Ghostbusters, Godzilla.
Oh, all right, here we go.
Really?
GXK.
Already end of March?
They moved it up because it was originally going up against Furiosa. Okay, I think it was the same day, maybe. Yep. GXK. What can I say? This is easily one of my
Say you
highest.
see this, you'll go, it wasn't good as -1.
I don't think it needs to be as good as -1.
Okay.
I don't think it needs to be at all. I just really with the cementing it with Monarch, the show. I just love this MonsterVerse. Because that's something that throughout November and December that I've been, and one of the movies I got from the library, the only one that I haven't watched with my roommate was that I haven't like rewatched recently was Kong Skull Island. So I got that from the library. So I'll probably watch that this weekend probably. I just love these movies, and I love this like Monarch shit that they have going on. Yeah. I'm like a sucker for it. I don't know. And I'm excited for who I'm affectionately calling Baby Rontondo, who's the little Kong baby that you see. I have no idea what his real name is. He just looks like, I don't know, it looks like his name would be Baby Rontondo. But easily going to be their, Grogu selling the toys and stuff. But I am their IMAX day one. Not even a question.
Okay.
And I just love the name GXK. It's like a It's like a throwback. It's like, oh, I love that.
Let's see. First Omen.
No interest in the First Omen at all. Monkey Man. Did you see this trailer?
I did see that trailer.
Woo, man. My guy from Skins all the way back in 2007. Anwar is a director, writer, star, doing the stunts, doing the fighting. Insane. I mean, it's like they said the pitch line for it to get it made was John Wick in Mumbai, and I'm like, well, okay, let's. Yeah. And then you throw in the weird monkey mask. It's like GTA with the animal mask. I was like, sign me the hell up, man. That trailer was crazy good. That is an in theater movie, but without a doubt. Yeah. Man, all right. I'm like, it's been a while since I've seen a movie in the theaters, dude. It's been a real long time.
I just was interested by the title, The People's Joker.
Oh, that's the one that got sued by Warner Brothers. That's like a Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey type movie, but about the Joker. Oh, God. Well, I don't really know. I don't really care, but I don't know how, but somehow it doesn't infringe on copyright.
Yeah.
I don't know how. But, they sued them and they won.
Yeah, so next, Civil War, April 12th.
I'm excited for that. It's going to be a wait and see for me, I think.
Did you see Men?
I did.
And you said, man.
Because
I remember when I remember we see that trailer. Whenever we saw a movie together, that trailer would pop up. I go, "There's Men again." I go, "I am interested. I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to see it." But you're kind of on it because you've seen Annihilation. You like Annihilation.
Yeah, it's whether it's Robert Eggers, Ari Aster, Alex Garland. Obviously, Alex Garland's been writing since like the 2000s, but as a director since like Ex Machina. It's like Jordan Peele, Greta Gerwig. There's these like 5 or 6 directors that like came up in like the late 2010s, and I feel like out of all of them, his for me have been going down. Like out of all of those names, I think that like Jordan Peele, sure, maybe Us wasn't as good as Get Out, maybe whatever. Maybe Lady Bird wasn't as good to you as Barbie or Little Women. I I just think that Alex Garland, I'm going to wait and see on this.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Plemons is really selling me. Nick Offerman's really selling me. Kaylee Spaney is in this. Kirsten Dunst. So I'm excited for it. I'm interested, but if I hear that it's not good, I'm just not going to waste my time.
Next we have...
Oh, that trailer just came out today. The Ministry of Ungentleman.
Oh yeah, I didn't check this out.
That's the new Guy Ritchie one.
Is it good?
I didn't get a chance to see it.
I wouldn't personally say I'm a big Guy Ritchie person.
See, I would say I am.
I liked The Gentleman a lot. Maybe not. I don't know. Remember, it was a while ago. But
excited for the Gentleman TV show. Talk about TV for a second. That comes out this year. Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah. Fair enough. This seems like a mix of The Gentleman and The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Okay.
That's what it seems like to me. So I'm and you got your leads are Alan Ritchson, Henry Golding, and Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
What? That's that cast is insane. And it's basically about the founding of the SAS and the Black Ops. In World War II.
Oh boy.
Man. Here we go.
April 26th.
Here we go.
Challengers,
man. I am so excited for this movie. Zendaya does hot tennis. That's basically all you need. Man, I have that poster.
Yeah.
Man, that poster is crazy. Tashi Duncan is going to take over lives. She's going to change lives. Super excited for that. Super excited.
Hero. Never heard of this one. Not sure about that one. Next, we have The Fall Guy, Ryan Gosling.
Take it away.
I'm not really interested in this movie. The trailer didn't really do it for me. I was kind of like, okay, he's a stuntman who's got to go save blah, blah, blah. And
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like every time I hear somebody talk about this trailer, it's like, I feel like I'm supposed to be sold on Gosling and Emily Blunt, but I'm just kind of like, I'm not really that interested.
I think that people are taking funny drugs or something watching this trailer because I could not agree with you more. I don't
know. I was like, okay, cool.
Shot through the heart. How many times can you just dun 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 dun? And then it's I didn't really buy their chemistry either. When they're yelling back and forth and he's on the crane and she's in the car and he's maybe just let loose and have a mojito or something, and she's like, yes. I'm not buying this dialogue during this action scene at all. And then the trailer itself, I agree. The trailer, every time I've seen it, and I've seen it a lot, it just doesn't do anything for me. Yeah. And this is coming from a guy who, first of all, likes David Leitch in general, but I really had a good time.
I'm a David Leitch guy.
I really had a good time with Bullet Train. I'm totally in the minority opinion on that. And so on paper, I was like, oh, his next movie is going to be Gosling? Let's do this. And then, and then Gosling right off the back of Barbie, too? I thought I would be, pumped as heck for this. No shot. I just realized, too, I've got Dev Patel right there. Come on. Dev Patel.
Godzilla's calling right there.
GVK and Dune right there.
Yep.
Time is cyclical right here.
Next we got back to don't know. That's
the Amy Winehouse biopic.
Yeah.
Maybe streaming.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I mean, that's
I gotta watch the first 3 before I watch this one.
You haven't seen it?
I've seen the first one.
I got the 4K box set.
There you go.
I'll loan it to you.
Yes.
Not even a question. I'll give those to you next week. Probably if we were doing a ranked list, top 5. I mean, I am you're setting it as good as those 3 are. People are going, oh, no Andy Serkis. And I'm like, I think it's showing that this franchise is going to grow beyond Andy Serkis. Matt Reeves wasn't even in the first one.
Oh, okay.
But I will give you, obviously, Matt Reeves, once he took over, those movies skyrocketed up. Mm-hmm. But I take this as not a negative that they're not attached. I think it's let's see what this franchise can do under 20th Century instead of 20th Century Fox. And I love the idea of going, we're not going to set it 10 years later. We're going to set it 400 years later. And it's almost the opposite of a Moses story where it's this main character, like, we've spent these 3 movies building up the iconography and this heroic Masonic figure in Caesar, and now we're 400 years later, and this main character doesn't even know who Caesar is. And it's about rediscovering, we're apes in a society. Why are we even in a society? What does society mean?
Yeah.
I think that is great. And under the stewardship of people like Matt Reeves, I would have no lack of confidence in them pulling off a complicated story like that. Here, let's see what Wes Ball can do. But I love that premise that it's like this guy is going to kind of rediscover the roots of this ape society. I love that shit. And I just thought the trailer looked really cool too. There's like some ape king that's like the villain or something. So sign me up. I think it looks great. Okay. Like I said, easily top 5 most anticipated. Really excited.
Next, If.
That's the Imaginary Friend one.
Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski directing.
Yeah. From the twisted mind of John Krasinski, of Jim Halpert. I'll be honest, the trailer didn't really do anything.
I think it was cute.
But also, every podcast I've heard talk about it, they all say the same thing that I'm not giving it the credit from. They're like, this is like a kid's movie.
Yeah, no.
It's like a live-action Pixar movie. And I'm not judging it like that. I'm judging it like, this is John Krasinski's next movie. And I'm like, but his next movie is like a kid's movie.
With a gazillion people in it.
With a gazillion people in it. Yeah, absolutely. So I would say medium expectation. I'd say medium.
Are you Strangers guy?
I don't even know what that is.
That's the horror movie with like the people that break it. I think this is actually probably something different, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, actually go back. I think this might be Angel Studios.
No, Lionsgate.
Oh, never mind.
I just want to actually see real quick if this is what I'm thinking it is. Search Google for.
Safe.
Yes. Another Strangers movie.
Oh, right. This is the one with dolls. This is like the one that SNL made fun of with that Wes Anderson sketch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're not a stranger. I'm not. So
I'm not. No. I mean, the Strangers Come at Night.
Yes.
Is that the
same thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm aware of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next we got Furiosa, as well as Garfield.
Ooh.
Furiosa. Obviously.
Furiosa. It's up there for sure. Super excited. Not as much as GXK and not as much as apes. You throw an ape in this trailer, you got
what about
me.
Dune? More excited for Dune?
Oh yeah, yeah. I would put Dune higher than this. Yeah, but Furiosa's for sure top 10. I mean, Chris Hemsworth alone in that trailer is worth the yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, like he's got that like crazy nose, like even just the red hair and the red beard is like so unlike him. Like I'm just so excited for him to play like, and that's what the Mad Max movies like should be, is just like crazy Australian people. I actually think it would have been funnier if they committed to the bit of having like that exact guy, like that same character of like talking like this and stuff. But if you had all 3 Hemsworth brothers and they all looked the same and they all talked like that, and it was some like post-apocalyptic like trio of like triplets or something, that would have been maybe too comedic, but man, that would have been I'm so excited just based on it. And obviously Anya Taylor-Joy. Like obviously.
Garfield. No.
To quote a great movie, Zombieland.
Who's
any regrets? Garfield, maybe.
Garfield, maybe.
I'm not a huge Garfield guy.
Yeah, me neither.
But it's Sony, so it's not going to go to the streaming service. So I guess if I'm going to watch it, I'll have to watch it there. Maybe it's good. Maybe it'll be the Mutant Mayhem of this year.
Yeah. Okay, so we got movie. Is this what I think it is?
Absolutely.
This is Ballerina. This is Ana de Armas.
Absolutely.
Yes, John Wick spinoff. I'm excited for this.
Super excited. Yeah.
After, I would say, a string of not good movies. And they're
not hiding it. I mean, this is John Wick's in this movie.
Right.
Like, so we're getting it.
A string of not good movies from Ana de Armas. So I'm excited to see her in hopefully something that's good. And another kind of...
What was that one she did with Ben Affleck?
Dark Waters? No,
that's the
Mark
Teflon
Ruffalo. What's it called?
Throw out your Teflon, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not like, I thought it was Dark something. But
Deep Waters.
Deep Waters.
That's what it was. Yeah. I just remembered. Was that Jacob Elordi?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that movie and being like, the kid from Euphoria is in it. And then now it's like, this guy's the ruler of the world.
Yeah.
Weird question. Are you a Billy Joel fan?
No.
Okay, all right. I was talking to my roommate last night. We were trying to figure out who would play Billy Joel in a biopic, and I settled on, for like a middle-aged Billy Joel, I settled on playing against type John Bernthal. I think he looks like him. He's got the poofy, longer hair if he needs to. I think he could really do great in that. But yeah.
It's the Watcher sounds really familiar. What is that? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Okay. Inside Out 2, June 14th.
Not a priority for me.
Not a priority. Really like the first one.
Yeah.
So I'd probably have to give it a rewatch. Untitled Bad Boys sequel.
Priority for me.
I will say not a priority, but I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah.
I thought the most recent one that they did a few years ago back, best one I think out of
Bad Boys for Life is a genuinely good and entertaining movie.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the like plot stuff from this movie that came out a while ago? Just like apparently there's some like third act stuff with like where like alligators are let loose at like a amusement park or something.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, that's pretty wild. Back on the schedule, June 21st, we got the Bike Riders.
Bike Riders.
Interested? I'm
gonna check it out because it's I forget who directs it.
Mike Nichols? No,
I think you're right.
Who am I thinking of?
Jeff Nichols.
Nichols. I was
Very
say,
close.
Mike Nichols is no longer with us. I was gonna say Mike Nichols. I was like, that there is no way.
But look at that:
right.
Tom Hardy, Austin Butler, Jodie Comer,
Johnny Benny Cathy. What's the next name? Johnny Benny Cathy. There you go. As like a festival darling November release, like it was supposed to be, I'd be like, yeah, I'll check it out. As like a June like blockbuster,
yeah,
I don't know, man.
Now,
that's like you're setting yourself up for failure.
So we're in June, right? Did we pass the? Maybe it already came out. Did we pass the Kristen Stewart movie? That movie that she was doing?
Oh, we did. It said limited release, so I skipped it. Because I thought it was going to come back up. But yeah, let's talk Love Lies Bleeding. I think that looks really good.
I've only seen the trailer once.
Yeah.
It looks really weird.
Yeah.
But kind of cool. So
sure.
I'm definitely going to check that out. It looked interesting.
Yeah. That's definitely up there. That's like, I'll say that's on my like early year most anticipated, where it's like, if I'm looking back on the year as a whole, it probably wouldn't be on there. But in terms of stuff right on the horizon, I'm definitely looking forward to that for sure.
Let's see. Quiet Place Day 1.
Quiet Place Day 1, for sure excited for that. Definitely. Horizon and American Saga.
This is the Kevin Costner, right?
That's Kevin Costner part 1, yeah. That's going to be another one that's like a wait and see. Honestly, probably both of these are going to be like a wait and see, just because A Quiet Place Day 1, I still have confidence in the overall like concept and stuff, but it's just it's a creative departure from the previous two. So it's like, if people are like, this one doesn't really have it, right, I'm good to kind of move on. Horizon, I mean, I guess you can keep scrolling because the next one will be Horizon Part 2 like a month later.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
before we go,
like 2 weeks apart.
I don't know if you've seen anything about Longlegs.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited. I'm very interested in this.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on. It looks
it's
very
girl,
creepy.
It's Micah Monroe from It Follows.
Okay.
And a couple different things. But It Follows, and then she's also going to be back in They Follow, the sequel. But yeah, it's her and Nick Cage.
Nick Cage,
from
yeah.
Neon. I mean,
I think Nick Cage is I forget if he's the serial killer or if he's the FBI agent.
I want to say that he's the FBI agent, because I think it was like he's playing against type.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, super excited. Anytime you're getting a Nick Cage movie from A24 or Neon, which he does mostly work with Neon. I mean, his first A24 movie was Dream Scenario. But anytime you're getting that vein of Nick Cage, sign me up.
And it just looks it looks creepy, and it looks like there's got that kind of like religious tone type thing to it. And it's got that kind of,
at least in the marketing, it's got that kind of like Skinamarink, like eerie, like liminal vibe as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Despicable Me 4. Gru has a little child.
Wow. We're still doing those?
Yeah, I believe that's Despicable Me 4, the 7th overall film in the Minions franchise.
Is Miranda in this one?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You can't have a Despicable Me movie without. I was gonna name them all. I can't without the daughters.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Do we know what this Scarlett Johansson Channing Tatum movie?
No,
is?
you want to click that and see if there's a description.
Nope. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, on its face,
that ain't coming out.
on its face, Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum. I'd probably check it out.
Yeah.
I probably would. Twisters.
Twisters.
I am definitely checking that out for sure. I think that sounds really, really good.
You ever seen Twister?
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen. Oh, I have.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean this one they keep going back and they keep saying weird stuff where they're like, it's set in the same
like it's
continuity,
right,
but it has
right.
nothing to do with the other one.
Yeah.
It's not a reboot, but it has a lot to do. It has a lot of similarities. Like, if you want to pull up cast and crew, the cast is crazy on this. Glenn Powell, Daisy Edgar Jones.
Yeah.
Anthony Ramos, Maura Tierney, Sasha Lane, Kieran Shipka, who's really good, and then David Cornsweet. Yeah, and Kieran Shipka was in the running for Supergirl.
Oh
yeah.
okay.
Thoughts on Millie Alcock as Supergirl?
I think it's great casting. She was great in her kind of limited time of House of Dragons, and Warner Brothers kind of just stays in house. Is like, we like you already, so why don't you come do Supergirl?
Absolutely. Just incredible. I mean, like, what a career skyrocket.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah.
I mean, like, she obviously made a huge impression on Warner Brothers and the world with just the first half of that show. And to lead an HBO show is no small feat, even if it's just leading for the first 5 episodes, because the first 5 episodes, you might as well just be like you're setting up to lead for the entire show. So it's, I mean, she anchored that thing for half its run.
Right.
Super excited.
Deadpool 3 we already talked about that.
Harold and the Purple Crayon. I'm excited for that.
What even is that?
You don't know Harold and the Purple Crayon?
Do you? I feel like you're just joking. There's really no summary.
No, Harold and the Purple Crayon is a cartoon from when we were kids.
It sounds familiar.
He would draw with a crayon, and he would it was like Drake and Josh. He would like make a door, and then the door would appear. It was like a magic crayon that anything he drew would like come to life. I have a hope, a misguided hope, that this is like a edgy, like adult remake.
Oh yeah, this old dude. Yeah.
Not that it's an edgy adult remake.
Well, it's PG animation family fantasy.
All right, yeah, we can move on. I just hope that maybe there was going to be like the parents are going through something as well, and like like something deeper going on. This is probably just wishful.
Zach Levi's in it though.
Well, there you go. It's definitely going to be good.
Borderlands.
I'll believe that
finally.
when I see it.
Borderlands, not really interested. It's been so long. It's got some good people in it.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Borderlands fan. Alien Romulus.
Huge excitement.
I'm excited.
Fede Alvarez revolutionizing the Alien franchise. Very excited.
I am also very excited. Hopefully it's better from what I remember of Covenant. I was not the biggest Covenant fan.
Can you click that and remind me who's in it? It's a female lead from a big movie that just came out.
Let's see.
Kaylee
Spaney.
Oh, Kaylee Spaney and Isabella Mercer.
Okay.
All right, that's a good duo. And I believe they were they refer to them as like co-leads. So that's awesome.
There's Horizon and America Saga Chapter 2.
There you go.
There's that for you. No more untitled Disney film canceled. The Forge, Craven, August 30th.
We'll see how Madame Web does. We'll see.
All right, so
I forgot Madame Web.
Yeah, Craven the Hunter, meh. Then we got Beetlejuice 2, September 6th.
I am like cautiously optimistic. I would say that's like the textbook definition of cautiously optimistic. At the same time, I'm like reboots, whatever, sequels, but then also I'm like Wednesday was pretty good. But when was the last time Tim Burton made like a great movie?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time.
Right.
Like a long time.
Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic. Saw the movie for the first time, I think was it last year or 2 years ago? I forget. Really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Saw it in musical form at Shays. Really enjoyed it. So I'm excited for Beetlejuice 2. Is this a real... Is
Yes.
this animated?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the real...
Transformers 1 we're talking about?
That's Transformers 1. This is the Cybertron Origin one.
Chris Hemsworth is Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Johansson.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this was the last CinemaCon.
Oh, jeez.
This had like a huge panel. They played a trailer at CinemaCon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Apparently they've been working on it like since like the pandemic.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Totally. If this can be the Spider-Verse counterpart to the live action Transformers movies, sign me up. I think, and also it's Paramount Animation, who just made Mutant Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, different creatives involved, but I mean, they know what they're looking for in a moving, good story, actual development, animated movie. So, let's hope.
We got next. I'd probably say Wolves.
You know that one?
It's George Clooney, Brad Pitt, I believe.
Sign me
I've
up
seen
just on
behind
that.
the scenes videos of when they're filming it on TikTok. That's literally all I know about it.
I haven't seen anything. It's not the kind of movie I would have thought would be an IMAX.
Yeah. So this is.
Is there anyone else in it with them?
Amy Ryan.
Oh, Amy Ryan.
And directed by John Watts. So.
Good. I love Amy Ryan. Yeah. Amy Ryan's like career is like, for so long she was just, oh god, dude, it's been so long since I've watched The Office, which is something I never thought I would say. What is her name on The Office? Holy shit.
Amy Adams?
No, Amy Ryan.
Amy Ryan.
Michael's wife. Holly.
Holly.
Oh my god! I was like, okay, that's.
I thought you were saying who was also named Amy. Or something.
Yeah, that was bad. I need to rewatch that show like ASAP. But she was just Holly on The Office for so long, and then it was like Beautiful Boy. She was the mom in that too,
and husband of Steve Carell.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn. And then she was just in Beau is Afraid, like.
Oh, was she in Beau is Afraid?
Yeah, she was really good in Beau is Afraid. She's very, very creepy. Like that movie is. She doesn't play his mother, but that movie is.
I saw an image
very weird about mothers
on Twitter from I think that movie, and I was like, "What the fuck is this movie?"
Was it a monster?
It's like a giant blob or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it wasn't that, but
okay.
Look at the image again.
I was like, what is
this? Next up, I mean, hype beyond belief.
Saw.
I mean, I just Saw 11.
Saw 11. Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't think it's Saw X.
Let's just say this: Saw X, Socks, Saw X I, Soxy.
Soxy.
It's gonna be Soxy. It's gonna. I mean, it's. I don't even know what to say. I mean, you bring back.
Tobin's coming back, right?
That's what he was
in Saw X, right?
Dude, you still haven't seen Saw
I
X?
still haven't seen it, no.
It is the most Tobin Bell Saw movie there has ever been. They literally just went, oh my god, we figured it out. These movies aren't beloved because of the traps. They're beloved because of Tobin Bell.
Right.
I mean, it is literally just a John Kramer like walk along for like an hour. It's so good. And then the traps are really good too.
Yeah. October 4th, Joker 2, Folie à Deux.
Excited.
I'm also very excited.
I would say if I'm doing a 10, I say Joker's around probably the bottom of the 10, but it's probably on the list, but it's probably 9 or 10.
If they can, again, I know Joker, very divisive movie. I think we're both kind of on the same side.
We thought it was singular.
We thought it was like really good.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't feel that same way, but
I can't even wrap my head around that.
I'm definitely really excited for Joker 2.
100%. I mean, it's in any other year, it's. I mean, really, if
I'll tell you what, I don't feel bad, or I feel bad for the people that are going to be working during that movie, because I remember working during the first one.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Yeah, 100%. We will definitely have probably beefed up security that weekend. What was I just going to say? Really, if you take the spunk out of it, and you take all the Sony movies out, really interesting year. First time in a decade that the MCU is only putting out one movie and DC is only putting out one movie, and it's just Deadpool 3 and it's just Joker 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I mean, obviously, like, I'm sorry, just to me, Madam Web and Craven are just like,
meh.
They're not even like, to me, movies. I don't know. Not that they're not movies, but it's just like when I go like, oh, what are the comic book movies coming out this year? I'm not taking them seriously. Now I am taking one seriously that will be further up the list though.
So next we got Smile Sequel. Did you see the first one?
Yeah, I loved Smile. I'm excited for the sequel. Yeah, for sure. I think it's I would doubt that it's like a returning people because a lot of them died, but I'm just excited. It's if we're gonna be like kind of tracking the entity moving on to a new group of people, sign me up. I love
kind of like It Follows in that way, huh?
For sure, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like that, kind of like. I
mean, I've seen it. I've seen the ending. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Don't know if I want to watch it.
Yeah, the ending is really scary in that movie. Like, especially if you're like alone in a movie theater and you're like watching.
I can't even imagine that. Yeah, no, thank you. And then we got Are you?
No.
Did we talk about Terrifier 1 and 2? We're like, I don't know. I'm just like, I know they're like really like
beloved.
That and they're like kind of hardcore, like kind of gory type
they're like
thing.
X-rated for
I'm like, but I'm like
reason.
just by the first one, I was just kind of intrigued. I'm like, I just kind of want to watch it, but like,
I think that you would leave that first movie after like 6 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you seen the beginning?
I've seen enough scenes from both movies. Yeah.
Okay.
No, just working. Just like being upstairs and looking through the window. You do not.
Wow, really? Okay.
That is definitely not a TJ kind of movie. It's if it's definitely not a me kind of movie where I'm just like, that is too far.
I don't know. I see clips of the clown. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, because the clown's like
goofy.
Fun, but then they're like splitting a woman's like head open and like drinking the brain and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's very and like stapling people's body parts to walls. Very
all right.
Yeah, it's really out there. I mean, when I say it's really out there, it's really out there.
Wolfman.
I'm excited.
No Gosling.
No
anymore.
Gosling, but Christopher Abbott is in. Lee Winnell. Lee Winnell, Saw, obviously.
Invisible Woman.
Invisible Man.
Or Invisible
Upgrade.
Man. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, wait.
Yep.
Oh no, it was. You said Invisible Woman. I was like, no, it was Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It's just
Invisible Man.
She was the main character. I will still say that is the only. I mean, it's well documented on this show. I'm not the biggest Elizabeth Moss fan, but that I think she's really good in that movie.
Yes.
Who was the male lead in that? Who's the guy?
I don't know his name.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he was really good.
Yeah.
Is there a movie? Oh, there it is. I was like, there's a movie that I'm like.
Or this.
The second one.
Venom. The entitled Venom sequel?
Yeah.
You mean Venom? Most like it's going to be called Venom.
Vethrenum.
No, it's going to be like it's going to be Venom Trouble with Toxin or something.
Yes, exactly. Oh, what would it be?
Toxin Trouble.
Venom Toxic Trouble. Venom Toxic Shock.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey man. Either way we can agree that it's going to be Vethrenum.
I still don't understand how you go from Carnage to Toxin. Again, to me in my head it's always Carnage was the worst one.
I think it's going to be bigger than that. I think there's like, but then again, maybe not. I don't know. Tom Hardy seems really excited, so I'm excited. Right. I will say
that's his last one too. It's his last trip as Venom, I think. Right?
That's what he said. He said last go around.
Yeah.
And then after this, he's going to the big symbiote in the sky.
Yeah. Alto Night. This sounds familiar.
That's the Warner Brothers De Niro mobster one.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
David Zaslav got in charge. They said, "What do you want to see?" He said, "Give me De Niro in a gangster movie. Let's scrap these other guys."
Yeah. Have him curb stomp somebody on the.
He said, "Bobby, you gotta understand, in this business, you gotta make tough decisions. Okay, you gotta make brave decisions."
Any chance that's good?
I don't know. I mean,
I think Snyder said that
Snyder said the test screens were not that great, and there was, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Red One.
Ooh. What is this?
This is the Rock Christmas movie.
Oh, God.
The one that made him question all of his life choices. He said the hierarchy of thought is about to change.
So he made Red Notice, and he said, you know what, I gotta go make Red One.
Yeah.
Is this Ryan Reynolds, too?
No, it's him and J.K. Simmons. Oh, and Chris Evans.
Chris
Oh,
Evans.
if it's not Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling, it's got to be Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Man, this is what happens when you put a Red Notice and a Ghosted together.
Yeah.
And add a little bit of Christmas.
We'll see. I'm not high hopes for this one.
Yeah.
Then next we got Gladiator 2. Full disclosure, never seen Gladiator 1. So
I've seen like bits and pieces of Gladiator 1, but I've never seen. That would be one that if they re-released the first one, in anticipation for this, I would be there. I would be there for IMAX. I would be there to just see it regular again. But I'm excited for Gladiator 2 just for the sheer fact of Ridley Scott directing Denzel Washington. That's like, I gotta see that. Like, to me, exact same release date a year prior, I didn't even see Napoleon. Like, and I was like hyped on that movie. Like, I love history, and I was just like,
when the hell is that coming to Apple TV?
They said soon. I mean, it only came out a month after Killers.
Oh,
and
was it?
And Killers is already
Killers
on there.
is on
so
there, yeah.
Probably like.
Did you go back and rewatch?
February.
No.
No, I did not.
Next we got Wicked Part 1. I'm excited for this one.
I forgot.
I know you're not a musical guy.
I'm a musical guy.
I thought you weren't. No.
I mean, I love like Les Mis, and I would say I'm selective.
Okay.
I would say that.
Are you a Wicked fan? Have you ever seen Wicked?
No, I've definitely never seen Wicked, but yeah, I mean, you got the two Arianas, right? Ariana Grande and Ariana DeBose. I think so. Pretty sure that's
Cynthia Erivo.
Oh, Cynthia Erivo. Yeah. What was Ariana DeBose?
She was in she was in ISS.
Right. Oh, I was thinking Wish. As like a musical that she was in.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh, then there you go. Ariana Grande. Well, actually, then I'm kind of less interested now. I really like Ariana DeBose. I like Cynthia Erivo.
Be in it. Maybe she's in it. I don't know.
I do like Cynthia Erivo. I think she's really good. I thought she was great in Harriet, obviously. Whoa, Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
You know what? Never mind.
The new boy. Is this Ethan? He's the new Ariana Grande boyfriend, right?
He's like her boyfriend's like in the movie?
No, like in real life.
No, I'm saying like her real life boyfriend is cast in the movie.
Oh, I guess. I think that's him.
Isn't that like a little like?
Well, there's
weird?
there's a whole thing with their,
Oh,
we're not gonna get it.
Oh,
she
I didn't
was
know.
Kind of homewrecker and this whole thing.
Whoa, okay.
I'm surprised you didn't see any. I'm surprised
Cat Valentine. I had no idea.
Yep. I'm surprised you didn't see any. You've never seen any of that.
No.
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh and Jeff Goldblum's got me excited though. I mean, I like Ariana Grande. Fine. I don't really like. I mean, I'd be excited to see her start acting again. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that one.
So is Cynthia Erivo the Idina Menzel
correct
one?
Yep.
Okay, all
right. Lord of the Rings: The War of Rohirrim.
Yeah. So that is like
this is animated.
It is. Yeah. It is. It's an animated Lord of the Rings.
You interested in this?
Yeah, I'm interested in it. That's definitely going to be one that, like, probably by CinemaCon, we'll probably get a first trailer, like, end of the summer. So if that comes out of CinemaCon with, like, great buzz and people saying that, like, this could be a very big... I mean, this could be a contender for Best Animated Feature. Like, so I as long as they treat it like that. If it comes out and they're just like, oh, it's the Lord of the Rings animated movie, like, then all right, then you don't have the confidence. Why should I? But if they're like, hey, this is a full-blooded entry in the Lord of the Rings, like, mythos, not the Amazon Lord of the Rings mythos. This is the Warner Brothers Lord of the Rings. This is the Peter Jackson version. You know what I mean? Like, if they do that, if they get Billy Boyd singing a song on the trailer, then sign me up.
Wow, we have a lot left. Holy crap. All right, so just real quick, we got...
Yeah, we're probably... not gonna get to
yeah, maybe
TV,
we'll just really quick scroll and just see if there's anything that jumps out to us. But Mufasa the Lion King, anything for you? Do anything for you?
No, not at all.
Okay, me neither.
Barry Jenkins is gonna do that's gonna be his next big movie.
I guess. Sonic 3.
Cannot
excited.
wait. That is the Christmas movie of next year. I mean, without a doubt. Did you hear about who's playing Shadow? Supposedly.
Wait. Okay, who is Idris Elba playing?
Knuckles.
Oh, he was Knuckles. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking of. No, who's playing Shadow?
Apparently, the rumor is it's Hayden Christensen.
Oh wow,
that would be awesome.
And now,
somebody already wrote. They were like, Shadow's gonna start monologuing, and then Sonic's gonna go, save it for the prequel trilogy. That'd be great.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, but I mean, whether it's Hayden or not, I mean, just Sonic 3, without a doubt, like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
not even a question.
Nosferatu.
Let's go. Not even a question for me.
Yep.
I mean, that is like so awesome. Oh, that's ambitious. They just announced that movie like a month ago. Karate Kid?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was
they
like,
just announced that.
Is this the Jackie Chan and
I
don't know his name.
Why am I saying Ray Liotta?
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. What the fuck? Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the combining of the verse. But they did just where was that? That was I think it was just like a Sony Investors Day or something. They flashed it up on their 2024 slate, so I think they already know.
I have no really connection.
Yeah, see, I'm a huge Cobra Kai fan, so it's like, although that being said, I haven't watched the past 2 seasons. It's just gotten away from me.
Yeah, I heard I feel like the most recent season, people are like,
I mean, when you're getting into like season 6, season 7, like.
Oh, I thought they were only on like season 4 or season 3.
This is season 6, the most recent one, and then they're doing 7.
Gotcha. Then they're done.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, but don't get me wrong, that show is really, really good for sure. All right, let's hit. We probably aren't going to get to TV. Let's just hit because then there's all these undated ones.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go up to the top of the undated ones, and just do a quick yes or no. I don't know what that is. Chicken for Linda. No thanks.
Comeback Trail.
No thanks.
Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. You ever seen Den of Thieves 1?
I did. I like that.
Yeah.
Who's that? That's Gerard Butler and.
Is it 50 Cent?
Was it 50 Cent or was it O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was all 3 of them.
Oh.
It was all 3 of them. Never mind. That's right. No, 50 Cent definitely was in it. I liked that movie. Mm-hmm. I thought it was right up there with some of Gerard's best. So.
Legally Blonde 3.
Is that Reese Witherspoon? It's MGM, so I would assume it's an actual. If that's a full-blooded Reese Witherspoon like sequel, yeah, let's go. Yeah, for sure.
I think I've only seen the first one, which I did enjoy the first one.
Yeah, I think that's
most people
where it's like the first one's like a really good original idea, which is like obviously based on tons of stuff, but like then the second one's like probably should have just left it at 1.
Mickey 17, Bong Hive.
Huge excite, very excite. People again kind of like Thunderbolts. They're like the end of the world. They just pulled it off because they don't know. No, like I just mean like with Thunderbolts being like the sky is falling. Why is this like movie up in the air? They took it off the release schedule and people are like they're gonna write it off for a tax thing, and it's like. I think they're just deciding whether they want this to be like an awards movie or whether they want this to be like a summer movie.
It's going to Cannes.
Yeah, I think 100%.
Nightingale.
No idea.
Me neither. So I'll say
Salem's Lot. I think is that Lewis Pullman.
I believe so.
From Thunderbolts and everything. I think so.
See.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm excited for that. Oh yeah, Alfre Woodard, William Sadler, Bill Camp. That seems like a good little Stephen King movie, so could be good. Sesame Street, I'm excited for that. If that's supposedly like a full on live action like Sesame Street movie.
Okay.
If they're going like Muppetsy with that, and it's gonna be kind of like an adult kind of like story about Sesame Street, then I think that'd be awesome. If it's just like an episode of Sesame Street on the big screen, then I'm good.
Beyond Spider-Verse?
Is.
What more can you say?
I don't think that's coming out this year. But,
yeah, me neither.
If it does come out, great.
Great. Star Trek 4.
That is
not
definitely
not coming out
this year. If it did, great. I'll take a second to say what is going to come out this year, which just started filming today, is Star Trek Section 31. That's the Michelle Yeoh movie. It's going to be a Paramount Plus movie. But as we've seen with Mean Girls and a couple of other things, Paramount's not afraid to do a reverse Warner Brothers, and they've made several of their Paramount Plus movies theatrical movies. So, I mean, I think it's possible that there is a world that they make this Michelle Yeoh, one of the biggest stars in the world right now, that they take her movie and put it theatrically. I think you could see a Star Trek movie this year if they decide to change it. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that's it.
Hold on.
I think all these are like
limited and
yeah.
Okay.
And then
Megan 2.0.
Well,
Yeah, January.
Paddington Maru.
All right, real quick, let's just scroll through. I just want to scroll through and just see if anything. Okay, we're just scrolling through the TV. True Tech have already come.
This is just
coming out.
January.
Oh, this is just January.
Yeah, it goes. There's it's like every show coming out every single day.
I don't know.
Expats, that's the new Lulu
Nicole
Wang
Kidman.
show.
Yeah. Any interested in that?
Yeah. Not really.
All right, Master of the Air. Are you checking that out or no? No.
I haven't heard great things.
Okay, nope, not us. MLK /
That's like a Ryan.
Nat
what's his
Geo.
name, right? Oh, Nat Geo. Okay. I thought that was like a Ryan Murphy thing.
No, I don't know.
Calvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr.
and Mrs. Smith. I'm excited for that.
I like Donald Glover.
I should say I'm excited in the fact that I'll check that out.
Yeah. Curb.
100%.
Okay.
Avatar. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm very interested. I'm excited. I'm gonna check it out. Hopefully it's really good. I checked out the Cowboy Bebop one that they did. I watched the first episode. I was like, this is not it. And then they obviously canceled it shortly thereafter. So hopefully this is good. They have a lot of remakes coming out.
Yeah.
Specifically animated to live action remakes. So hopefully they, get off on the right foot here with Avatar. Walking Dead, nothing for us. Shogun.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm very interested in this show on FX.
I think we could probably call it at April.
Okay.
There's just so many, but what is that one?
I don't know. Manhunt, based on the bestseller Manhunt: The 12-Day Chase for Lincoln's Killer.
Who's that playing Lincoln up there?
It's one of these people, I'm gonna guess. Tobias.
Wait,
Menzies.
Scroll up. Is that Tobias Menzies playing Lincoln?
I guess.
Whoa. Okay. Now hang on. That's if that's Tobias
Patton
Menzies.
Oswalt.
Okay, if that's Tobias Menzies playing Lincoln, you got me there for sure, because he is such a good actor. I mean, did you see the one that he did with I
can't picture
Julia Louis-Dreyfus? He's Edmund Tully from Game of Thrones.
Oh, was he? Did he do the "You Hurt My Feelings"?
Yes, you hurt my feelings. Yeah.
I meant to. I had that in my hand the other day to pick up, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's always at the library.
Yeah,
they have a copy at every location. It's crazy. Pick that up. That's a really good movie for sure. Did you ever see the one with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and
James Gandolfini?
Yes, thank you, James Gandolfini. No. It's the same writer and director.
Oh, okay. He's in Casino Royale too.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Tobias Menzies is fantastic. Really great actor. So very excited.
Three Body Problem. Any interested in this?
No.
I don't really know.
I didn't know that John Bradley was in it though. I mean, that's pretty exciting.
Fallout.
I'm definitely excited for.
Definitely gonna check that out.
It's up there.
And I think it's gonna take us. Yeah, it's gonna take us.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Other things, Bear season 3 gonna be coming out probably much later in the year, but later in the year. I'm excited. I think there's a lot of good stuff looking out there this year. But yeah, let us know what you guys are looking forward to. I know Michelle in chat said that Deadpool 3 is without a doubt her most anticipated of the year. I think a lot of people are going to think that. Probably for good reason. But yeah, let us know what are you guys... I keep looking over at the computer. You guys are right here. Let us know what are you guys most looking forward to in 2024, whether it's TV, movies, anything like that. Anything that we somehow didn't mention or forgot to get to. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. That'll do it for me. I've been one of your hosts, Sean Monk.
I've been your other host, TJ Cornwell. Thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe below. Let us know what you thought about any of the shows or movies in the comments below. What you're most looking forward to, what you're not looking forward to. And we will see you next time.
Boom.